In the previous tutorial, we successfully created our web line from the origin point to the end point, and the web line works only if if we are very near to the ledge or edge of the surface, and there is something in front of it where we can hook the other end of the web line. So in this tutorial we are going to work on the collision, because right now there is no collision on the cable, so we can't walk on the cable. So even if we enable the collision from here, still we will not be able to walk. It will only collide with the character, but it is not walkable. So in order to make it walkable, we have to do some work. So let's jump into it. So for that, as we can't use the cable collision, so we have to have that something like a box with a pivot point at one end, like that. So instead of y in that side, you can make x on that side. It depends on you and your calculations. So it's better to make it will work on in both ways. So now we have that cube, and we're going to import here static mesh SM collision webline, that one. Okay, now we are going to make it 0 here, 0 here, and 1.2 here, and we are going to make it. Let me show you why we are doing this. So now that's why. So let's increase the value a bit more now. Now our cable, that cable will increase in that direction. So we want that cube to increase with our cable in that direction. So our character will walk on that cube, and it will give a illusion that we are walking on a cable. So that's why let's make it 0.12 and 0 here. First of all, this logic needs to be done on event tick here on event graph, but in order to show you, I will do that here on the construction script to give you concept why we are doing it. After that we will do it in the event graph. So let's bring that and set scale down and bring our cable component. Okay, get cable length, and like in the previous tutorial, if you haven't seen from the end, there was a mistake in the previous tutorial that I used a multiplication for the cable length. We have to use a division. So for cable length, then we are going to use absolute float, and then we are going to use map range unclaimed. So we are using unclaimed. So no matter how much our cable length increased, our cube mesh will keep on increasing with the length of our cable. Now we are going to make it 0.1 or some value which suits the best, and 0.4 here, or maybe 3, whatever value, and we are going to multiply it by a factor here of something near to 1, and we will plug it in here. You can give some big value here, like I am going to give a 5050 here. So these two values depends on your relation between the cable length and the sphere. So in our case, and this value will work fine. So let me show you how it works. So for example, our cable length is 0 and 0. Now you see that it, now let's say I have a value of 200 here. Now we are increasing the value to 150 here. Now you can see it's moving with the value. So don't worry about little bit difference in the relative scale, because it depends on the sag you have given here. So that value here depends on the value here. So you have to figure it out on your end whenever you're doing your game or in your project. So for myself, I have choose 1.8 here for the cable length, and in the BP line I have used 0.9 here. So let's copy the same code. Now you saw the working here. Let's make it 0 here and make it 0 here, and let's make it 0.1. And let's do it that way. Okay. Now we will connect. Now in our BP Webline on the event graph, we have used the same code in the construction script here like that. So let's see how it works. Now you can see it is increasing with our cable length. If I show you more clearly, it is very much near exactly to the impact point. And what if I use in that direction? So it's very much accurate. So a little difference here and little difference here, you can adjust the value from here. So now our next target is to decrease that size, I think, to 0.2. Let's see. Let's decrease it further. 0.14. Yes, perfect. Now what we will do, we will hide, and let's hide it where we hide in game. Now we can't see the collision. Now we can walk on our perfectly. So we have a working collision here. So in order to make it work more perfect, we can decrease the size to 0.1 here. Maybe let's see, is it looking good or not? Yes, I think it will be much better. Yes, let's see. Now, perfect. We can decrease the size a bit more. Let's decrease it more. 0.05. Now it's look like we are actually working on the our web line. Perfect. Now let's see, is it working on the other end? Yes. Now we have a perfect system in which our character can walk on the web line here now. Okay, let me show you in that direction. Yes, perfectly. Everything is working perfectly now. So now you can tweak that value and maybe these values and also this value to get more better results or whatever results you want. But keep in mind, this value will depends on that value and definitely on your these values. For me, these values are working fine. So that's it for the Webline tutorial, and I will start some other series. I hope I will do a zipline tutorial in the next series. So till then, Allah Hafiz. If you like it, please subscribe and share it.